Okay, so I know everyone and their gerbil has made a video on this, but I wanted to showcase the time I played this at launch. Yes, all these things happened during the launch of the game, and how I absolutely cheesed my way to becoming the Elden Lord before they patched all the fun tactics. But I think it's a pretty funny showcase, okay?
You're the boss!
From the people who gave us the Dark Souls trilogy, Bloodborne, what the heck? And now...
Elden Ring.
With the scenario written by the Game of Thrones creator, George R.R. Martin, who you know was feeling especially cheeky at his input, as the main bosses are named Godric, Radahn, Rykard, Morgoth.
You diabolical.
Now me personally, I've never beaten a Souls game. I mean, I have Dark Souls on PS3 for some reason, and I beat the second boss on Bloodborne, but I am familiar with this style from its many clones. Now this gameplay is in the style of get good or you lose, and as someone whose favorite game is Electoral Lawyer Simulator, I was looking forward to the story and characters. And well, the story is what happens when you take The Lord of the Rings, but remove 5 billion pages from it and watch the rest on YouTube. But the balls is a Vati video. And as to the characters,
I'm nothing but a craven.
oh no, they're British. However, Elden Ring I think I have a good chance of completing, because if you don't like an enemy, just
Run for your life!
So Elden Ring takes place in the lands between, where the popular Elden Ring got cancelled over a tweet and was smashed into pieces, with each of them now owned by this demigod offspring, and you as the Tarnished have to find the pieces, fix the Elden Ring with duct tape, and become the Elden Lord of the Ring. I have said Elden a lot, okay. Also, there's a giant golden tree in the middle that makes sleeping at night quite difficult. So let's make our Tarnished, and finally they have an in-depth character creator.
This is great! And all I've done is enter my name!
Okay, what the hell? What's with these sliders? This is like clay molding a face. I don't know how any of that works.
2 hours later.
Alright, looking up the numbers online, I guess she looks okay. And it's not like that matters, because you're gonna be wearing a helmet for the whole game. Or this thing. And well, yeah, here's Ramona, the channel mascot, who I always make in these character created games. Although Code Vein still has the crown for the most in-depth character creator ever. Seriously, Bandai, where's the sequel? Anyway, let's start.
Rise now.
Also, make sure you play with the online function, otherwise you miss out on so many of these things. Try fingers, but oh, well, better do as they say. And so we cross the bridge for the first boss, and oh god, why does it have so many limbs? In an interview, a developer said the original design of the fight with Melania had bare feet, but the Western audience would make fun of him if he put any more feet in the game, so he reluctantly changed the design. Oh god, no! Also, by the way, that interview I found on the wiki actually has no source, as apparently it's a running joke for this game to have no feet in the fandom. Why the hell did I stumble upon this? It has never been funny and has only caused less socially skilled people to make themselves even creepier when they and their wait, 4 arms? I'm just imagining what you could do with that. So we lose, but it's a mandatory death, and we find ourselves in this cave, where everyone thinks the exit is here. But did you know, the game's tutorial is down the hole. Even though you might have PTSD from that earlier jump, going down here teaches you the mechanics. So you equip weapons to the right and left hand with basic or charged attacks, and an Ash of War that's a special move you can apply to a weapon, and yes, some are broken. Editor RamZaes here. So yeah, this footage was from the patch 1.02, which is when the game came out. But while I was editing this, they literally released a new patch which nerfed so many of the broken and glitched things in this game. So I thought I'd let you know, but I'm leaving those stuff in here because it's kind of like a permanent showcase, and they're quite funny. But anything patched that I know of, I will put on screen with the Vine Boom sound effect, okay. And yes, some are broken. And the main technique is to dodge enemies' attacks and slowly find an opening for you to do damage. And you find these sites of grace which heal you but also revive every non-boss enemy in the overworld. Yes, all those enemies magically back to life. And if you die, you lose your pocket money and have to scurry back to the scene of the crime to pick it up. So yes, when you find grace, always touch grace. Well out the door into the open world. The new big thing about this game. You see that castle in the distance? You can go there right now. Okay, let me say first.
Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Who told you that?
Indeed.
So he tells you that the grace point in the direction you should be heading for the main story if you want to beat this game in a timely fashion. But who cares? Let's explore.
Dog. Fortnite.
Ah, let me tell you a joke. What do you call a skeleton who lives alone? A boner! You see, 'cause loner, So after finding a few more graces, you get a cutscene with this one-eyed girl.
I offer you an accord.
It's the most stylish car I've ever seen.
Wait a minute, it's a horse! A ghost horse. No, seriously, it's a ghost horse. Yeah, I think this might be a bug. So this is Melina, and she asked us to help her reach the base of the golden giant tree.
Finger maidens.
You mean right now? And in exchange, she can become your maiden, using the runes you get from defeating enemies to level up your attributes. And for more help, she lets you summon Torrent, the ghost horse. Wait, did they just name the horse that so no one could find Elden Ring torrents? No wonder you're maidenless with jokes like that. Now near here is the first big group of soldiers you can defeat, or you come back here near the end of the game to test your weapons. Holy moly, I'm the Wolverine! Ah, this place sure is windy. Oh god, it's raining wolves! This game is so silly, I swear.
Your fingers, please, your fingers.
So this is Rodrika, and she gives you a reward for just talking to her, which is just—
Oh my gosh! Jeffrey Jellyfish!
And this is the summons feature, which you can only access by going back to the grace with the dog, and resting at night, which summons the moon goddess Rani.
I'd heard tell of a tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed.
Why are video games exposing me to the majesty of Welsh accents? And she gives you a spirit bell with 3 doggos that let you summon one anytime this symbol is on screen. They help you fight, and yes, they are broken, since they distract the enemy while you can just stand there surviving.
Forgive me. I've been testing you.
So Melina is like, yeah, okay, you're good enough, you survived 2 hours in the world, and now brings us to the round tables table, where you can talk to NPCs you meet in the overworld, like the British girl who, after some back and forth with the blacksmith, can now level your spirits. The blacksmith requires smithing stones, which are items you find among the many others you forget you have in your inventory by the end of the game. Like seriously, what the hell is this item?
You're beautiful.
And you find them on bodies or in treasure chests.
I'm in danger.
So yeah, there's tons of NPCs you meet over the game.
Nothing that suits your tastes then.
But at the table you can find this dude and Fia. Free hugs. I'm guessing she's the internet's favorite character. And I learned that most NPCs will ask you a question and pretty much you want to say yes if you want to experience most of what the game has to offer. Alright, I'll do it once. This is not really awkward or anything. Hey, wait, you're not even my maiden! Melina, where's my free hugs? Oh, she disappeared. Yeah, I don't know, for a main character, you can barely interact with her until the late game. You do get some chances to talk to her at a grace, but there's so many things going on. How am I meant to keep track of all of this? Like, what is this singing? I'll come back for you. Anyway, in the main world, I really have to stress how funny it is with the online. No, not the invading other players' part, but just having the messages, or the bloodstains which show you how other players died at this point. Like, gee, I really wonder how this person died. Well, time for the first boss who blocks Stormvale Castle, Margit the Fell Omen. And I used my 3 doggo summon, but die. And I don't think this is working. Now I wanted to make Ramona a big, strong, heavy hitter, since it was very fun in Code Vein, but this game I feel really rewards magic users, but I don't want to be a witch. So you know what I did? I found that you can go back to that hellhole and run all the way here. You then can get a summon, which is a rotten dog that causes the enemy to take damage over time if it bites them enough. And this is the perfect cheese strategy for me. I can just sit back and... Alright, well, I defeated Margit and can move on to Stormvale Castle for the second boss, which I then learned you could actually skip if you want. There's a path around the side. Yes, it's that open. Out of the 6 bosses, you only have to defeat 2 to progress the main story. And I love that choice. If you're stuck here, just go somewhere else. But if you do decide to go into the castle, you will find strange characters.
Try the opening right here.
And monsters so horrible. What? Are they eagles? Or eagles that wield swords so when they dive bomb you they slash you with the swords?
Yes.
So I should mention you do get healing flasks as well as magic ones for your spells, and you can upgrade these with golden seeds and sacred tears you find scattered around, and I love how you can choose how many to carry of each. If you don't want magic, then get the hell out of here. Oh look, my messages got likes. Just like this video should. Anyway, I decided to head out to the castle for a bit after Harvey Birdman and went east where I found someone hiding in the trees.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I? What'd you go and do that for?
Oh, Rat Boy.
Rat boy, I resent that.
Like seriously, how many people will miss this NPC? I only found them because the online messages told me to whack this tree, and now I have a cool NPC! But completely forgot about later because the game doesn't track side quests. I mean, it's cool how cryptic the game can be if you want to experience everything, but sometimes the NPCs are required to do specific things, like go here to Walmart at this specific part of the map and buy these grapes, but not too many. Oh, what's that? You bought too many? Now the NPC is dead! By the way, you can give the grapes to this blind girl.
Oh, many thanks to you.
By the way, the grapes are actually human eyes. So yes, the game has many things, so many things, it's hard to remember. Don't be afraid to use guide. Your brain can only hold so many important things.
You might have heard of me. Kenneth Height. Next in line is the right.
Hey, I'm talking here!
What are you waiting for? A kiss goodbye?
Yeah. Anyway, I decided to grind back by heading to and slowly sneaking up and killing these enemies as they give you 1000 runes each and just reset at the nearby grace. So yeah, the grind is really easy early on. Well, now I should be going back to the castle where the second boss resides and I guess I should use my items. I'm learning the mechanics of the game. Yeah, I love the cheese, okay. In fact, a lot of the footage is just me looking up how to do that. I find it so fun trying to break the mechanics, and I despise having to run around blindly not knowing where the next grace is and losing all my runes. I mean, seriously, the next grace was on the next floor. I mean, how was I meant to know? So I decided to wander around before the boss, finding the sorceress called Selin, who teaches you magic. Yeah, I ain't doing that. Big Sword Ramona has no need for magic in this game. This is called foreshadowing. You know, a ghost horse shouldn't take any fall damage, right?
I don't know what I expected.
Also, I will mention just in case, I am playing this on PC, and for some reason this game has so much lag. I got used to it, but for others who care, it is a precise dodging game. Just maybe consider the console if you can, as I feel the overworld is not really optimized. I mean, there's so many enemies on screen, they legit have 2 frames of animation sometimes, like a background cartoon character. And yeah, I was just prolonging the fighting the second boss because I was underleveled, so I went to the south of the map where this lovely lady says her father is the captain of this castle, and to deliver this letter telling him to flee from the monsters overrunning it. So like, you're gonna pay me for this, right? Well, I head there and... What the heck, mate? You need a good stabbing in the shins! So here I found a turtle shell shield that carried me through the game, as you can hold it up to take a hit, then counter with your attack, which works really well against most non-boss enemies. Come on, I want you to do it, I want you to do it, don't hit me. Also, don't always trust the online messages. Night required ahead. Okay, well let's skip forward in time and... I hate the online messages. Alright, time to find the father. And like after half an hour, I finally defeated the boss, and we find the dad and give the letter. He says, okay, I'll take a sickie and go see his daughter. When we arrive...
How could this be? My daughter deserves...
Is this what's gonna happen to every NPC we meet? Well, that's enough heartbreak. Let's take on the second boss. A castle full of birds with explosives. To the head chef of the British rugby team. To a mimic veil. Oh my, this is just like Prop Hunt. Hey, I heard there's a friendly pot dude in this game. Oh god, why does this keep happening to me? And so we meet this NPC called Nepheli, who you can summon as a helper in the boss fight. And as to the boss... Oh great, he's put limbs on himself. So this is Godric, whose thing was grafting limbs of others onto his body, and if you get his health to half, he rips off a nearby dead dragon's head and reanimates it as his arm breathing fire. That's pretty metal. But thankfully, with my own skill, I easily beat him. This is a joke, just to watch, okay?
I am the Lord.
Jeffrey Jellyfish!
Now, to be fair, that was actually really close. But the funny thing is that Godric isn't dead. He just shrunk himself down into a pickle. He's Pickle Godric! And the servants give him a piece of their mind.
Pathetic excuse for a lord you were.
So you've met D.
Are you asking me out? So now we can meet more characters at the square table, like any other finger reader who reads your fingers, and also worships these giant living fingers. But she's cool. She lets you use the runes you get from the bosses to buy their weapons or armor. Then I met Gideon, the leader of this place, who was also a tarnished wanting to become the Elden Lord of the Ring. Kind of reminds me of that Lord of the Rings helmet, to be honest. Oh my god, is that Gandalf the Grey?
Hello.
But I think since I beat the boss just barely, do I have time to grind?
Yeah, I've got time.
So to use better weapons, you need to level up certain attributes like dexterity for flashy weapons, intelligence for magic, while you can level up your health, magic, or stamina bar. It's all up to you. And I found myself enjoying the cheese grinding here because the higher level you are, the more runes you need to get to the next level. And that meant while exploring, I wasn't as scared of dying, because the runes I would lose were a pitiful amount compared to the ones I could farm in 5 minutes. So I was actually starting to enjoy England after the financial crisis. And once you get a taste for cheese grinding, you gotta have more.
I gotta have more.
Well, you got this magic ball here that spawns, and you gotta dodge to let it jump off the ledge. Collecting its runes repeat at the nearby grace. There's also this golden scarab item you can equip to increase the number of runes you get, but to obtain it, you have to traverse this poisonous cave I did off camera because I legit didn't know it would take this long to get. 2 bosses at once is not fun. Then you got one-time methods where there's this huge, and I mean huge, dragon that's so heavy it can't get up, and you literally have to stand there whacking it with bleed items that build up damage over time, and you get so many runes. But there's one even more fun method that uses a glitch, and I really wanted to try it before it got patched, so now it's permanently showcased in this video. Well, remember that maidenless dude?
Are you familiar with pointing?
Well, he's over here now and wants you to join his blood cult, which requires you invading other people online 3 times. Then soaking this cloth in Maiden's blood. And well, my Maiden's gone missing, so I have to go all the way here, past the Eye of Sauron, which causes madness. And then I got invaded by an NPC, and I swear, just let me touch the grace, please. NANI? Well, at least he ain't teabagging me. And then you get this icon to travel to this hellscape. No, not that one. The other one. Where the enemies are so insanely over-leveled, you clearly shouldn't be here. But one of the bosses, called Mog, you can actually glitch him. Yeah, die once, then let the fog wall spawn, then run out of bounds and come back in, and he's just standing there, letting you have all the fun. And once defeated, you get a bunch of runes, and also technically you've beaten one of the major demigods of the game. But this place isn't over, because I now have the best farming method ever. All you need is this grace and a longbow. So load in, run over here, aim at this bird, shoot it chases you off the ledge, get its runes, repeat at the grace. You get like 13,000 each death that it made leveling so easy? Is it fair? No, but it's my video, so I don't care. I now had a consistent way to not spend hours grinding for levels. This poor bird stuck in its constant cycle of its own hell. Better believe this is getting patched. Well, strong enough, let's go to the 3rd boss, this magic school of wait a minute? This is just the magical school of Burger King? But they didn't trouble me, all these nerds with their magic. They're no match for the strength builds, haha. In fact, it was pretty easy this whole place, even the magic wolf boss. The hardest enemy was literally just a man. Why did he parry me? So into the library with the boss, but the students want the most unholiest of food. Your feet. It's Queen Renala, who you can't hit until you find the golden kid, then whack her when the shield breaks. And her second phase has her daughter Rani, the 4-armed maiden from before, summoning an illusion of her mother at her most powerful. But I mean, like I said, magic is for chumps for someone with a spirit army. So she isn't dead, as that was just an illusion. Her daughter protecting the queen, with Renala now the NPC you talk to if you want to respec your stats. Yes, with a rare larval tier, you can redo your points you want leveled up. So if you want to lose all your strength, you could go full magic now.
No.
I'm more interested in that Rani character, because she actually has a side quest as you head to the Carrion Manor where... Finger spiders. What is with this cave and body parts? And eventually I beat a ghost boss with actual skill, because my summon died quite quickly, and find these towers where one has Rani the witch.
I anticipate good work from thee.
Yeah, who needs Melina? I haven't seen her since the start of the game. Ranni is so much better, and not just for the arms. Although, 4 arms does have its advantages.
Quite the stubborn one, aren't we?
So she has these friends, e.g. a giant who I met previously from parkouring with a horse, Blade, her wolf bodyguard who certain fans really love, and Salvius, a creepy dude who has a basement where he keeps people he turns into puppets. And he wants us to give Nefeli a jar he made to turn her into one. Gideon, you deal with this. I ain't trusting a jar from some horny puppet basement dude. So Ranni's deal is that she doesn't have a body, this is a doll. And the quest to get her body back is long and involves betraying the Two-Finger Cult at the round table. But I will get back to that later in the video since it is a little spoilery. So for now, I've beaten 4 bosses and there's one more in the south called Radahn. And his deal is that he's a giant who rides a tiny horse he loves so much that he actually learned gravity magic to not crush it. And he holds a festival for people to challenge him. And you see Blythe there and also this giant pot.
I am the warrior Jar, Iron Fist Alexander.
Oh, at least you're not gonna hurt me like the other one. And Radahn's fight is on this big battlefield where he tries to snipe you like a Modern Warfare 2 player, but you can summon the NPCs to help distract him, and yes, I'm gonna get all the help I can. Bro, why is it so hard trying to hit him? He just keeps running away. So you know what I did? I cheesed it.
Cheese it!
Yeah, you can get this spell, which I respect my stats for, which breathes rot onto an enemy like that earlier summon I had, well you can let it do damage while you run away. Also, his second phase is hilarious. He jumps up into the sky and you're like, wait, where is he? Anyway, we get his armor afterwards, which is probably the coolest in the game. I mixed it with Ranni's code you can get from her questline. And speaking of, it gave me one of the most broken things in the game. A summon, which summons yourself. Yes, a mimic tier that copies the items you hold and will fight with you. Easily the best summon. Well, now I defeated the bosses, I can head to the plateau near the capital. That includes way stronger soldiers and whatever the heck is happening here. Man, retirement in Florida ain't what I imagined. Then a God-Skin Apostle boss, and I am so lucky I have myself to help. Double of everything is better.
Yes, 4 arms,
Anyway, oh my god, there's 2 giants over there. You see, that's a Don Quixote reference, one of the worst books ever. I never finished because I was so bored.
What a thrill.
So yes, more fights where I head to this volcanic area and stumble upon this alien bull? Aliens. Of course, there's aliens. And it's actually a really fun and easy fight for me. Normal enemies on the other hand. Anyway, into the Volcano Manor, which is very creepy. They hunt other Tarnished and ask you to join them and...
Tarnished, what is your business here?
What a thrill.
And after doing a side quest, I got this ram armor. Yeah, it's very funny. I should wear it for the memes.
No.
It's so big it makes you heavy roll. Well, I make it through the manor, taking on its boss, a snake fused with a king, but luckily you get this special snake defeating weapon. How convenient. Making this boss more like a gimmick fight. Tough gimmick fight. I also found this dude.
Parting donation to Patch's Emporium.
Wow, a bold British man.
How original.
And finally decided to head to the capital, where I saw MLG dude enemies, me panic running from the monsters, then getting trapped in a dead end with the finger spider. Thank you, Lord of the Rings. And Melina, whoa, hey, maiden? You're back suddenly? No, I didn't replace you with another maiden. She's happy you brought her here to the giant tree, which is built behind the capital, and then just disappears again. Yeah, Ranni is way better. And now my videos, I don't try and spoil games, but this one, everyone knows the ending by now. And I want to show the crazy cheese methods I used to beat the game. Because yes, I know I'm not that good, but I was having fun trying to break it. But if you don't want spoilers, you can click off the video and click on the other ones, okay?
A dog.
Is that a dog?
So through the capital I go, fighting ghosts of bosses. One called Godfrey Jones or something. I don't know, he was glowing gold and I did it off camera because I didn't expect to beat him, okay? And Margit again. Wait, not Margit, Margot. The true form, as he's protecting the tree. But I don't care, give me the Elden Ring. Wait, I killed him! No, Kay, please, why? So we eventually win, and he turns into what happens in a cold shower. You get cold and shriveled. And Melina is like, wow, that's so cool. Okay, I want to burn the whole tree down. Oh, that's nice. Wait, what? You ain't a multinational company in the Amazon forest? Why do you want to burn the tree? Well, for this we need to fight the flames of the giants in the snowy north, which means more running blindly through the wilderness, and very blindly because I can't see through this snow. Also here I found this ash of war called seppuku, which you probably noticed I swapped my big weapons for 2 katanas, and no, not because I'm trying to get into an anime convention, it's all for the cheese. As this art literally stabs yourself with the blade, coating it with your blood, and since these are bleed weapons, they do even more damage with blood on them. And well, to get to that fire, we have to defeat a fire giant. Yes, this one. Oh my god, I'm so underleveled. I literally can't hit him and he just goes. So I think you know what time it is. Elden Ring is a critical masterpiece, scoring 97 on Meta. Well, anyway, we're nearing the end and I found this total post.
I welcome you to the Church of Vows.
Then went back to the first boss and obliterated it, and then back to that singing on the cliff and realized it's vampires. You know, I always did like that Robert Pattinson and Kirsten Stewart. You ain't them though. And my name's Van Helsing. Alrighty, well, I think I'm ready for the end game, which means going back to Ranni's questline. And this is so long and convoluted, I don't know how you manage this without a guide. Her goal is to get rid of the 2 fingers forever, but she needs her body, so you and Blythe go into the underworld, which looks so cool, filled with these Olympic archer, Minotaur ghosts with Call of Duty aimbot, and you find this Finger Slayer blade, cute name, and bring it back to Ranni. She will say,
Thou gavest me fine service.
God, accents are so hot. Anyway, she disappears into this miniature Ranni doll you can pick up.
A dubious little creature getting up to mischief.
And you talk to her back at a grace where she says for you to kill a spirit, which is further underground, and oh boy is he tough. But since he called Ranni ugly...
Say some gangster is dissing your fly girl. Just give him one of these.
Beautifully formed.
And then you get a key to go further down into hell. No, not that hell. No, not that one. Actual river Styx.
Ah, it burns. Okay, get in.
And then after that, you get inside a coffin like a reverse wrestling match, which takes you even down lower into this cave to fight this. This is so cool, but so hard. So yeah, I came back near the end of the game where I beat this alien unholy disgrace to Santa Maria, and it's probably my favorite fight in Elden Ring. This then lets you continue to where Ranni's body is, where she's slain her 2 fingers, and you put a ring on her finger, symbolism, and revive her body. She says that now you're her consort. That means you're married now, and she will be waiting for you near the end of the game. Gee, that was wild. All for her, right? And meanwhile, Selvius is dead for some reason, while Blade goes insane since he was controlled by the 2 fingers to kill Ranni if she betrayed them, but he defies the orders asking you to put him out of his misery. And it's so sad, and oh cool, his armor. So I cosplay as him and meet Iji, who is like, shame he died. What do you mean? He's right here. And then Iji dies. I feel like I'm missing some lore to this secret assassinating killers that are taking these dudes out. And yes, I know it's on the wiki, but I missed it in game, so I'm ignoring it, okay? Well, back to the main story about the fire cauldron where Melina is like, yes, finally.
Burn.
As burning the tree will allow us to go inside to become Elden Lord. And she sacrifices herself to burn the tree, once golden glow, now gone forever. Also, this covers the capital in ash, which blocks the side quest you were doing there. And yes, there was this one dress I wanted for Ramona. It's now gone forever. Thanks, game, for the warning. But after her barbecue, we get transported to this otherworldly city where we have to survive. And what the hell is that?
Nope.
Which leads up to everyone's least favorite fight, Godskin Apostle Duo. 2 at the same time, please. No, it's not fun. Why? And even getting to the room from the grace was a challenge in itself. These 2 really wanted to kill me, even through the boss door. So yes, I do what I do best, and lactose it up, as did this magic spell called Comet Azure. Yes, the fight broke me. I became a magician instead of whacking. Sorry to all my strength bros out there. So re-speccing into more intelligence, you need 60 of it, and you have to find more equipment to boost the magic, and also this cerulean tear, which in a special special flask you get to use once per life, allows you to use magic with no cost for 10 full seconds. That's insane in an action game. But you also need better magic armor, which means going back to Selen's quest, remember her? Well, she says you need to free her trapped body in a prison, and you do this by literally grabbing her soul out of it. Then going to Selvis's horny basement, which was cool how they linked up the stories, and put her soul into a puppet he got of her, now freeing Selen. And then you go back to Radahn's place to meet the festival organizer, who's like, by the way, I'm a witch hunter. Oh no, who freed Selen? She's like the most evil witch in all the land. Yeah. No wonder who. And then you have to pick a side on who to kill fighting with the other one. Dude, I barely remember your name. I'm just here for the magic, okay? Also, I wanted to see if Selen was really hot under the mask. So Selen and us kill him. She's free and happy to rule the school, saying us together can take over the world. Hey, wait, she was just right here. Where did she go? Wait, Renala is back. Wait, who's this now? Oh, Renala turned you into this for disobedience. Let's see how me trying to cheese the game meant I got to experience this amazing side quest I never would have known existed in this game. I love the open nature so much. Well, we are ready for the duo. It's still not a perfect strategy. You have to stand still, hoping your mimic distracts them long enough for them not to waltz over and kill you in those 10 seconds. Took me 1 hour of RNG and I did it off camera, but it's done. Finally, no more. And with this, I actually decided to respec back into strength because I felt dirty abandoning the way of the blade, which then leads me to Malekith, who moves so fast for a laser beam to hit. Yeah, okay, that was the reason I changed, okay? So then I learned there's this other spell you can use to set yourself on fire, which deals damage the more damage you take. I don't know, stabbing yourself seems like a lot of damage. Twice. So yes, after a huge setup, I beat him. And we get teleported back now to the ashen-covered capital, where you see this affected a lot of things, the round table also burning, everyone either left or dead, with only Rodrika and the blacksmith staying back. And she's really been working hard on her spirit training. And Gideon is gone, now actually at the capital trying to kill us because he wants to become the Elden Lord. But we take him down.
Man cannot kill a god.
I am no man.
And now to the tree again, but this time another boss stands in our way. Yep, starts with a G, of course. Godfrey the First Elden Lord and his Jojo stand lion, and he utterly wrecks me. Well, time to max out my weapons with smithing stones. Sorry, Crow Dude, just a few more minutes. And to buy unlimited smithing stones, you need their bells, which you find in the overworld. And while looking for one, I had the funniest encounter with these soldiers in a cave. Like, oh, sorry mates, I'm just here for an item. Alright, run away. Hang on, I gotta hide, oh wait, I can just duck in here. Quick, she went over that way. Now that's what I call Scooby-Doo-Doo. Well, we defeat Godfrey in his second phase where he just becomes a wrestler, I guess. And now we can enter the tree for the final fight, which was so stupid. He has huge hits and area attacks, and even if you defeat him, you get the second phase with the Elden Beast. More like Elden Coward. Keeps running away from my swords. Yada cheese time. Except this took a lot longer. Okay, so firstly in the human form, you can actually break him by either running to his sides as soon as he loads in. They stand still doing nothing, and you're only allowed to do some moves or he starts fighting again. The self-fire works. It takes a full 10 minutes to lower his health down. Yes, I tried this 3 times. It works, but you're so low on flask by the second phase. So the other strategy is the Carrion Blade, which you can buy from Selen. Thanks, love. And it's a spell, but also works like a blade, so it still counts as strength, right? It lets you break the first phase so easily and consistently if you swing from this leap. Then you summon the Mimic, and both are meant to glitch the beast into standing still, but I couldn't get it to work. So you know, the old-fashioned way, Commodore Zor for half health, and it's all or nothing. Anyway, you can touch that statue to get the generic normal ending, you know, it's kind of pretty boring. Or if you touch the blue sign, you summon Rani to wipe out the Elden stuff and take over the land as the Moon Queen of it all. You as a consort, and this ending is honestly the best one I feel. It seems like she'll be a good ruler. And I was having so much fun, I did some more bosses after this, using the comet, really melts enemies. I even defeated another Astel who gave me a meteorite spell, and I combined it with that flask of 10 seconds. So yes, that was basically Elden Ring. A huge open world with many fights for you, but also a lot of mechanics you can use to make your own fun with the game. If you ever wanted to try Souls, I would say start here, especially if you're worried on the difficulty. Apparently there are like 80 bosses, so I clearly haven't shown you everything in the game. And there's so many ways to fight and things to do, so you're not just stuck on trying to defeat one boss that roadblocks you like in the other game. But I really enjoyed this a lot more because it reminded me of the fun I had with open world games that have no real objectives, like Breath of the Wild. You can literally go anywhere, do anything, and glitch your way as much as you want. I feel like I need to play these big open games every once in a while because they offer so much experiences you miss from other games, that creative freedom. Wait a minute! Are you telling me I was playing with the debuff for the entire game? Because apparently hugging that big lady, she lowers your health by 5% just because you accepted one hug?
What?
So I did the entire game with the challenge. Okay, not just me, I gotta thank the real star. Me! The clone me. Yes, thank you for distracting all the enemies. You are the true hero of Elden Ring of the Lord of the Rings. And because of that, I can now enjoy my honeymoon with the moon wife on the moon. You see, they are saying funny jokes right now, but you can't hear it because you can't hear any sound in space. Oh god, not the aliens again! And will I be covering the DLC? The Shadow of the Erd Tree? Bro, I had like an anxiety attack trying to beat the final boss before they patched out the strats. I ain't gonna survive!
Trojan, RamZaes, Magnum, Sheik.
If you would also like to support the channel, you can become a YouTube member to get a cool Ram badge and adorable Ramona emoji to use.